Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Busybody. I'm a board-certified internal medicine and pediatric physician, and I'm here to give you information and insight into common medical questions. Quick disclaimer, I'm not here to give you medical advice. For that, please see your primary care doctor. In this video, let's discuss blood pressure. Okay, so I think it is safe to say that everyone had those annoying BP cuffs around their arm at least once before. If you are someone who is never sick, hopefully you have at least seen a primary care doctor for a general checkup, and there they will for sure check your blood pressure. Now, what is blood pressure? When your body is a delicate balance of cells, organs, and tissue, how could it have any pressure on it? It does and it must. Blood in your body is carried by an intricate system of tubes called blood vessels. In order for those blood vessels to carry the right amount of blood and oxygen to every part of your body, they have to have some pressure on them. This is blood pressure. Historically, the concept of blood pressure was possible by the discoveries of Dr. William Harvey in the 1600s. He discovered that the circulatory system, or the blood vessels that I spoke about earlier in your body, are in a series pattern. If you're a physics buff, then you understand this to mean that the blood flows in one direction. After that discovery, there was a Reverend Stephen Hales in 1733 that was able to measure blood pressure in a horse. Next, in 1881, Mr. Samuel Siegfried Karl Ritter von Bosch developed the first sphygmomanometer, so basically a blood pressure apparatus that looked like this. I don't even want to begin to explain how that works. In 1896, Scipione Rivarocci improved the sphygmomanometer to include a cuff that can be wrapped around the patient's arm. So this apparatus included a bulb, a mercury column for the measurement, and also the cuff that wraps around the arm. The next and basically final new discovery of blood pressures was done by Dr. Nikolai Korotkov. He discovered that blood pressures had two numbers, a systolic blood pressure and a diastolic blood pressure. Since then, the blood pressure apparatus has been improved or upgraded, but the fundamentals of the blood pressure concept hasn't really changed, which is quite incredible. So let's talk about those two numbers of blood pressure. The top number is called the systolic blood pressure, or the pressure when your heart is contracting. And the bottom number is the diastolic blood pressure, or the pressure in your blood vessels when your heart is relaxing. Now, I don't want you to get bogged down by sources on the internet, even the one I listed in the description box, about what is quote-unquote normal blood pressure. Every person is different, so what is normal for one healthy 30-year-old is different for another healthy 30-year-old. What's important is not one blood pressure reading in one moment in time, but more so a trend of these pressures. I urge you to see your primary care doctor to discuss what is normal or baseline for you, and to consistently see them every year to make sure that that pressure stays stable. Okay, so what if your blood pressure is low, or if it gets high? What happens? Well, if your pressure gets too low, you'll know it. You'll feel dizzy or woozy, nauseous. Some people have this muffled sound in their ear. Their vision is blacking out. If your blood pressure is too high, well, you don't really know it until it gets really high or stays that way for a really long time. So really bad symptoms from high blood pressure would be headache, dizziness, blurry vision, chest pain, or trouble breathing. We want to avoid both these extremes. Now, to get an accurate reading of your blood pressure, there are a few rules to follow. Don't talk during the check, because that will increase your blood pressure. Don't walk around just before, which will also increase your blood pressure. Don't drink a bunch of caffeine just before, because that will increase your blood pressure. And have the right size of cuff. If it's too big, it might show a low blood pressure. If it's too small, it might show a high blood pressure. And finally, put it in the right spot. If it's on your wrist, if it's on your ankle, that is not correct. The best spot would be on your left arm in the bicep area. Now, some people can't do that, and for that, again, talk to your primary care doctor. So in summary, blood pressure is vital information, pun intended, that docs need to know to get an accurate picture of your health. Know that too low and too high blood pressure can be bad, but every person's normal is different. So please discuss this with your primary care doctor. That's all I have for blood pressure for now. As always, please see the description box below for references. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you have any burning medical questions, and I will do my best to answer them in upcoming videos. Thank you and have a healthy day.